Okay, this one's going to be a tough one to talk about. And not too many people are doing that on the internet, and it's about money. The people that I'm trying to reach are going to be like me, with over 65. You're having to move into an RV or a van or something because you have to. Not because you want to, but because you have to, because you can no longer afford to live in the place you are now. So this is a person that's on a very limited fixed income, and it's either get a beat up old RV, an old van, or live on the streets. So you're trying to make do with very little amount of money and seeing how you're going to be able to do this. So that's who my target audience is. Now, one thing I'm going to say in the beginning is work this backwards. In other words, figure out how much money you've got every month. In my case, it's my Social Security, and a little bit of savings. So you take whatever money you've got coming in every month, 70% of that you're going to live on, and 30% of that you're going to put away for emergency situations. So you take that 70%, and that's got to buy your food, it's got to put gas in your vehicle, little incidentals here and there, but that's what you're going to live off of. And then keep a spreadsheet with that 70%. I will tell you right now, with what I'm living on, if I travel, all my money goes to gas, and I have very little left over for food. If I stay in one place, I've got a lot more for food, but because I'm taking my travel money. So don't expect to be going all over the United States on a very limited budget, because gas is expensive. So what you're going to do is find places that are very cheap to live, BLM land, LTVA land, Corps of Engineer land, places that, hopefully for me, it's got to be under $30, $20 would be even better for a site that has electrical and maybe a shower that I can use. So, this is not the glamour RV lifestyle where you're going into RV resorts and you've got swimming pools and pool tables and all that stuff. This is, a little more rugged, but you'll stay alive, and you'll realize that you should be able to make it within your means, and keep that 70% going into savings, because I had been putting my 30% into savings. I've been putting 30% into savings all through this winter so that I have more money for traveling in the summer. And my transmission went out. So my winter at an LTVA, I was able to get about $4,200, $4,200 into savings. And I had a transmission go out that cost $5,000. So I'm actually going into spring in the hole a little bit. So I've got to find places that are very cheap to stay, and maybe I can find some kind of a work deal where I camp and work and get free electric or something like that. I don't know. So, I'm learning as I go along, but I tell you, the 70-30 rule is important. You got to have that money for emergencies, because living in an RV or a van, you will experience emergencies, and if you don't have the money, you're really sunk. Out here where I am now, I met a gentleman who had no backup, no nothing, and he blew his transmission and his engine. And he's got no family or anything like that, so he's basically homeless in his RV. And when summer gets here, I don't know what he's going to do, because he's going to bake. I'm down here in Arizona, and I'm starting to look for places up north that's a little bit cooler, but money is going to be a tough one. So get a spreadsheet, be meticulous on what you're spending, and make sure that every penny goes to things you need, not things you want. You're not going to be traveling a whole lot if you want to eat. And you can do it. I'm doing it. So, you can do it too. So hopefully that made some sense. Um, I'm learning. Right now I'm in the process of learning how to do my finances, and I was doing okay till the transmission, and boy, that just sent me for a loop. But I'm making it, and if I can make it, because this is like the dummy RV traveler. So if I can do it, you can do it, guaranteed. All right. So have a good one. Thanks. Bye.